Afternoon. My name is Shawn and I've just taken over from Pete, who I've been watching from the control room. Looks like he saw a few interesting things already this afternoon, even though it's still rather early and quite warm. I think from here we're going to go down towards Gowrie Dam, and I believe there's some nyala and warthog down there, so we're going to have a look at those and carry on from there, see what we can find. So have a look at this elephant on the left hand side, and by the looks of things looks like a youngish male, and probably he's been down to the water hole or is on his way down, but he's certainly standing in the shade at the moment, which is quite a sensible thing to do. I'm just going to roll forward a bit, Peter. You see his head through the...
Just a little bit, yeah, a little water in the so it's a little bit behind the twigs there.
It looks like he's coming this way. Oh, so we're going to have a look and see if we can get a better shot of it, or look at him anyway. Oh, that's par for the course. Unfortunately, if you do go off road, very often this is the consequence of it. Firstly, you have great sightings, and secondly, you may end up with a puncture, but that's just part of the fun of it, I suppose. You still see him from there?
Just disappeared.
We give him a minute to then start changing tyres.
It's almost become a tradition to, we've had so many flats with nuclear presenters try out. It's very interesting. It happens like that.
Part of the initiation process.
Part of it, so also part of it is that I don't help you. I just stay here and I show what's going on. So I point out where the things are. You might not know where they all are.
Right, well, let's get stuck in. One times wheel spinner.
I'll get this thing out. It's going to take a little bit. Start on it. Yeah, that's I'll get this thing out. So we're going to keep it over here.
You sure you just didn't organise this? Plover's there as well. This little blacksmith plover, or lapwing, as they're now called. Looks like he's feeding in amongst the elephant dung. But they're very often found around water. Also ground nesting birds, and have that very distinct call that sounds like a hammer on metal, and hence the name blacksmith plover.
this heron's very pale, Shawn. Spoken about it a couple of times the last few days.
I'm just looking as well because you know, I said it was a grey heron and I actually got concerned when I looked at it because it was so pale. But it is. Master fisherman sitting waiting for something to pass by, frog, fish, something like that, and then he'll use that long neck and sharp beak to stab it and catch it. So he's just moved his head there, he's obviously got his eye set on something. Hippos on their own like this are often young males that haven't established a territory for themselves yet, and they get marginalized until they're big enough to actually fight a bull for a territory or take over a vacant territory, and then the cows within that territory.
I'm going to make a suggestion just because we both have to say goodbye. We can only fit so many in up close. Why don't you just stand in front of the car there?
Sure.
I'm going to quickly do a slight adjustment just there. There you go. When you start saying cheers, I'm going to come join you there.
Okay. Tell me when you get.
Go for it, I'm going to come join you.
Okay. Well, hopefully this little session that we spent together won't be the last, and certainly enjoyed my drive, even dealing with the tank, but look forward to doing it more often. Thank you.
Guys, from my side as well, it's been a bit of an up and down afternoon. It's been very, very hot earlier, and seeing the hippo at the end there, some elephants down at the water, really been quite the day. I want to just say, especially for yesterday afternoon, those of you that joined us, I really had a fantastic drive yesterday, and I'm making a little bit of a speech because I'm going on leave tomorrow for about 2 weeks, so I'll be back here in just under 2 weeks, and by that time I'll be very, very hungry to get out here again. So thank you for joining us the last while, all of you that's been on all the drives, and Shawn, shout for seeing you here, and everyone at the Live Control Center, Haley as well, everyone else, Sue that's just recently joined us, Jan, Alex, James, Emily, Graham, everyone's out here at the moment, Lisbeth, and before I speak too long, like I sometimes tend to do, thank you so much. See you again tomorrow morning bright and early with Rexon, 5:30 before sunrise with Wild Earth here at Juma, and I'm sure you'll have a fantastic wildlife time in the next couple of days and so on. Until I see you again, bye bye, cheers.
Thanks,